Good morning, student. Today in theme 6, we start our next topic, the first order, the clergy and the monks. It means that in this video, we will cover the next two topics. We will discuss about the clergy, the first order, and then we will discuss about the monks. The first order, clergy. The Catholic Church had its own laws, own lands given it to by the rulers and could levy the taxes. So the land given by the rulers to this Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church, they had their own rules, own laws, and the Catholic Church after that they could also levy the taxes on this land. The church was a very powerful institution which did not depend on the king, and at the head of the Western Church was the Pope, lived in the Rome. On that time and even this time also, the head of the church is the, as you know, that the Pope. And in this time also, the Pope lived in the Rome, and on that time the same. The Christian in Europe, guided by the bishops and clerics who constitute the first order. The bishops, they were also guided the people in the Europe, and the clerics, they were also see the everything of this first order or the clergy. Most villages had their own churches where people assembled every Sunday and to listen to the sermon by the priest and pray together. All the villages, they had their own churches, maybe the small churches, and all these churches, they had their own priest. Okay, and on every Sunday these priests, they gave the sermon means pravachan. Okay, and all the people, they prayed together in these churches. Now, what was the tithe? Tithe was a type of tax, a tax levied by the church on the peasant, which was 1/10 of their produce. It means that on that time the peasants, the farmers, they gave the 1/10 part of their produce to the churches as a tax, and this tax known as the tithe. So this question is very important for 1 mark. The church and the society. 4th century onward, Christmas and Easter began to celebrate. These two festivals in this time also, and from the 4th century onward, these two festivals people uh, celebrated these two festivals with very pomp and joy. And Sunday become the holiday. Every Sunday that become a holiday. Pilgrimage started. People, they on these festivals, Christmas and Easter, on these festival days, people were also moving to their pilgrimage centers. Peasants welcomed holidays or holidays. Holidays means pavitra din, because they were not executed to work them, expected on that time to work them. So in these holidays, they were not doing any type of the work. Now we will discuss about the monks. Spiritual Christians in feudal society. These monks were the spiritual Christians, those who lived in this feudal society, lived in the religious community called the abbeys or monasteries. They were lived in the monasteries, which were also called the abbeys, spent their times in worship, study, and manual labor like the farming. So they were doing all these type of the works in the monasteries. Most abbeys were single. Sex communities were where men monks or women nuns lived in the separate monasteries. It means for the men and the women, both they were lived in their separate monasteries. Monks and nuns did not marry. They were not allowed to marry. Monks' basic rules to follow. The monks had to follow several basic rules to be a spiritual being. When they lived in the monastery, they were also followed the different spiritual rules. Evidence, how can we know about all these one? We also getting the evidence that have been found in the manuscript got from Benedictine monasteries, which had 73 chapters. So through this manuscript, we know about the rules and regulations of the monks. Monks' basic rules to follow. Some of the important rules were the consent speak should be granted to monks only on rare occasion. It means that only on the rare occasion they have the right to speak. Chapter 7 said that humanity means obedience. That each and they have to obey. Everything they have to obey. Chapter 33 said a monk should never possess a private property. Whatever they have, that they should have to give to the churches. In chapter 47, this had idleness is the enemy of the soul. And so friars and sisters should be occupied at certain time in physical work and at fixed hours in reading. So the nuns or the sisters, they were also doing their physical work at the whole time, and their reading hours were also fixed on that time. Chapter 48 said that the monastery should be settled out in the way that all requirements like water, mill, garden, workshop, etc., are found within its premises. All these things, the requirement they were also fulfilled in their own monasteries. So all the waters arrangement, mills, the gardens, different type of the workshops, all these things were also present in the monasteries. This is the picture of the monasteries. The nuns and the monks, they were lived in these type of the abbeys or monasteries. Now, the word monastery is derived from the Greek term monos, means someone who lived alone. This point is very important for 1 mark. It was a place where spiritual people spent their life alone, separated from the worldly things. They were lived in these monasteries were made at the outside of their city, and these people they were spent their whole life from the worldly things. On that time, the two well-known monasteries established by Saint Benedict in Italy in 529 and the Cluny or Burgundy in 910. Okay, student, thank you.